My name is Mark Diamond, which maybe you know that if you're listening to this. I wanted to start off by jumping into a story. Um, Not too long ago, um, there was a publishing company who was very interested in purchasing the rights to my publishing. So, for people who aren't familiar, it's basically like as a songwriter, you get publishing on a song, and companies can come purchase your publishing, and they give you a bunch of money, and then you have to pay it back through, streaming and song placements on television shows and all that sort of thing. A bunch of boring stuff, but regardless, I brought them into a studio that I was working out of at the time, and I was basically showing them everything that I was working on at the time. Really upbeat songs, more pop songs. I was showing them sad songs, and then I showed them a holiday song that I had, and I thought they would be really excited about the holiday song. So I played it for them, and it was a Christmas song. That's what I called it. And in the song, it even mentioned Christmas. And I played it for them, and one of them was kind of looking at me like, cool, like, kind of not very impressed. And then she cracked the joke that she was Jewish, but, the song was not too bad. And we kind of had a laugh, and it made me kind of realize, like, well, wait a minute. First of all, I'm not even religious in the traditional sense, and it kind of made me rethink the songs I was doing around the holiday season, because I've always loved Christmas, but it's always been a question of what are the things that I love about Christmas, and so it kind of made me reflect on that, and I have kind of found that I really enjoy writing what I call now holiday songs. It's just, it's for everybody. It doesn't matter where you live, who you are, what you believe in, what you don't believe in. I think there's something about the winter months that feel, it's an excuse to be with family. It's an excuse to eat a lot of food and obviously reflect on the year you just had and the year that is going to come. And so this year, I decided to put out a song called "Snow in California," and it's the very first year that I haven't decided to go home for the holidays, which is kind of redefining a little bit of how I'm viewing the holidays, because my partner and I want to go into the mountains, and we want to rent a cabin. Her and I have talked about doing this for a really long time, and so we decided to do that instead this year. And so I wrote a song called "Snow in California" because I was a little nervous. Not nervous in a way of being scared, but I was nervous because I didn't want to make my parents sad by having to call them and tell them that I wasn't going to be home for the holidays, because that will be the first time, in my life that I haven't been home for the holidays. And, right now I'm living in Los Angeles, and I'm trying to make California home, and it is home. But I think when you're trying to make a place home, you have to be present for, you have to be present for birthdays, people, your friends in the community, their birthdays, their celebrations, and for Thanksgiving and for the holidays. And so as I go into this next chapter of, it's not going to be like this every year, but it was like this year we're going to go into the, East Sierras here in California where it snows. And that's how we're going to spend our holidays and create new memories. So the song is called "Snow in California," and I'm very, very excited about it. And it kind of checks off everything on the list of at least what I want to hear in a holiday song. Um, because at the end of the day, it's about memories. It's about traditions. It's about, making new traditions. I posted a little snippet of the holiday song, my new one, and before it was out. And my mom heard the little snippet, and this was before I told her we weren't coming home. And so she was, when we talked on the phone, she's like, "Are you really not coming home for the holidays?" And I'm like, "Oh no." She just found out over a song, but she was okay. Luckily, I have great parents that are very understanding, and yeah. So that's where Snow in California came from. I hope you guys can enjoy it for years and years to come. It kind of sounds like something that you would hear in the background of a family gathering, or and when I say family gathering, by the way, I mean friends as well, people in your community. I picture Snow in California playing in the background on an old, rickety vinyl that's all scratched up, and it's more there to help create a mood for making memories with people that you care about. We'll get to a point where there's some songs in my catalog that I don't have much to say about, and that doesn't mean that I don't like the songs or that I think they're bad. Although there's probably some that I would reflect on now and think that they're just really bad. But some songs don't have a deeper meaning. Some of them are at face value. Some of them aren't, but some of them definitely are. And so we'll talk about those as well, though. And I want to tell you guys where those songs come from as well. But anyway, that's all for now. I've got a sleeping cat next to me. I'm drinking some coffee like I do. Speaking of coffee, I actually at some point want to get into telling stories about. I used to be a barista in Seattle, and I always thought it would make for a really interesting podcast or segment or something if baristas just told stories, because every barista I have ever known has a story to tell. I worked as a barista for 3.5 years in Seattle, and I have so many stories to tell. So, in some of these podcasts, I'll break into some of those stories and try and keep this a little bit about coffee as well, because it's always how I start my days, and I'm sure many of you start your days the same way. So, all right, all for now, and thanks for listening. Please go stream Snow in California. Go share it with your friends. Text it to your friends. If social media is not your thing, totally get it. Maybe email it to your friends or call your family and recommend that they put it on during dinner tonight. So much love. Thanks for listening to my music, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.
I gotta call home and say that I won't be back. I've been putting it off. I just kinda thought you might be sad.